Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm gamesplaining Beez. So Beez is a 2 to 4 player game from Next Move Games. That's also Plan B, the whole Azul Reef kind of section of the gamings. This game is about bees flying to flowers to get pollen to put in their hive. But it's more than just that, it's where in the hive the bee is putting the pollen. So you're going to have some cards. There are 3 cards that will be on the table that are public. So everyone's going after those 3 things. And then you have 2 that you're wishing to do for yourself. Each of the 5 cards is going to score. And it tells you how many points you will score for each thing within those 5 cards. Some of them have if you can do it with every color, or if you can do both versions of this kind of level, as well as another level at 7 and 12 points, I believe. And that's really cool. And what you end up doing is kind of sitting going, okay, if I take this and this is what I'm trying to get to in my hive, how can I get there? And then you look at the board and you have to move. And your bee, which you're moving around the board to pick up the pollen, has some numbers on its base. So it can't go straight forward. It can go backward 3. It can go backward to the left or right. I believe it's the 1 or 5. And to the right or to the left of 2 or 4. I believe those are the numbers. You can look at the game to get an idea of that. But that's kind of the choices you have. So you end up going, I'm going to go over here, and you turn your bee the direction that you're facing, and then you need to make the decision of where you're going to go to next. The only real thing that happens with more players or having other players on the board is they stop you from being able to stop on a specific location. So if there's a bee right next to you, you can't go the 1 to get onto that spot, for example. But you could go the 5 to go over that bee to a further down the road kind of space. And that's really the game. It's just move your bee, take the pollen, and put it into your hive in whatever setup you can do. Now the problem is that you may be going, okay, I want this color, this color, this color, and it's really hard to get those colors. And so you end up having to just take a particular color because that's what you've been able to land on. And so you end up trying to kind of work out, okay, how can I get the ultimate thing in my hive, but with your movement around the board? It's actually a trickier game than you would expect. I feel like the Next Move games are aimed more at the younger market or an easier market, shall we say. But in the same breath, there's a heck of a lot of thinking that can go on to enable you to get really high points. And so we end up with this thing of, is this a game for children? I don't think it is. Is this a game for experienced gamers? I think it probably is. The problem is that if you mix the two, the gamer is going to win, simply because there's a lot of thinking and extra thought process going on, rather than just pick up some pollen and put it into your hive. And that's really the game. I appreciate all of the games that have come out from these guys. In fact, this is the first time that I've opened up a box and there's been a little pamphlet in there advertising the other games, and I've had every game in the pamphlet. I'm really happy about that, and I hope that I can keep that up and keep pushing forward with that, of just collecting all of their games, simply because they're good games. I really like them. And they have a relatively easy rule set, but the actual playing of the game is just that touch more intricate of thinking of, where can I go to maximize my points and all of this type of stuff. So I really like Beez. I think it's a really wonderful, wonderful little game, and I really strongly suggest you have a look at it. If you haven't seen Beez before, you haven't come across it, have a look at the rules, have a look at my other videos to get a feel for the game and how they play, to see if that would be something that fits into your wheelhouse as well. So I'll leave it there. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplained, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.